Welcome to the Apex Footballers. Today you will learn how the biggest players think on the pitch, what they are looking for, what they ignore, what they see, and how they react to what they see. Basically, I'm going to help you improve your game IQ. Playing football smart is more important than skills today, and that's why you have to stay until the end of the video because I am giving you a free gift that will make you a better player in a single week. You know what the most common thing is that coaches say to young players? Read the game, and then they walk off, and you're standing there thinking, what does that even mean? What does reading the game look like? What am I actually supposed to do differently? Nobody explains it, not really. They say it like it's something you either have or you don't, like it's some kind of gift that a few players are born with and everyone else just has to accept they'll never get. That's not true, and I'm going to spend the next few minutes proving it to you. My name is Doma. I've been coaching and playing football for years, and the one thing I've become obsessed with is the mental side of the game. Not tactics on a whiteboard, not formations, the actual thinking that happens inside a player's head in real time, during a real match, under real pressure. Because here's what I've learned after all that time watching players develop or not develop. The gap between a good player and a great player is almost never physical. It's not pace, it's not strength, it's not even technique. It's this. The great players are always thinking one step ahead of everyone else on the pitch. They see things before they happen. They're already in position before the ball even moves. They receive under pressure and somehow always seem to have more time than everyone around them. And people watching go, he's just gifted. He just gets it naturally. No, he built that, he trained that, probably without even knowing he was doing it. And the difference between him and the player who's still panicking when the ball arrives 10 years later is that nobody ever sat down with that second player and said, here is exactly what is happening inside the mind of the player you're watching. Here is how to build it. Here is the habit. Do this. That's what I want to do today. I'm not going to give you a highlight reel. I'm not going to tell you to work harder. You already work hard. I'm going to give you the actual thing, the mental habit that changes how you experience every training session and every match from the moment you start using it. Let's start with something that sounds completely wrong. Stop watching the ball. I know how that sounds. It's football. The ball is the most important thing. Why would you ever look away from it? Here's why. The ball is actually the slowest thing on the pitch. Think about it. While the ball travels from your goalkeeper to your center back, what's happening everywhere else? Players are moving, shape is changing, space is opening on the left, a striker is making a run, a midfielder is dropping into a pocket. The entire picture is updating. But if you're only watching the ball, you miss all of it, and then the ball reaches you, and your brain goes blank because you haven't looked up in 20 seconds. You have no idea what's around you. So you panic, you rush the pass, you take a touch in the wrong direction, you lose it, and you think to yourself, I need to work on my technique. It wasn't your technique, it was that you didn't have the information you needed before the ball arrived. And the reason you didn't have it is that you never looked for it. I coached a midfielder once. Good player, talented, worked incredibly hard every session. But he was always late, always under pressure, always making the obvious pass because it was the only one he could see. I pulled him aside one day and I gave him one instruction. Just one. Every 3 seconds when the ball isn't near you, look up, left, center, right, just check. One quick scan, don't think about it, just do it. He looked at me like I'd completely lost my mind, but he tried it. After the session, he came over and said, I don't know what just happened, but I felt like I could see where the space was before the ball even came to me. I knew where I was going to play it before I received it. That's not magic, that's information. He just started collecting it earlier. So that's the first thing. But looking up is only half of it, because once you start scanning, you need to know what to do with what you see. You need a system. You need something your brain can run automatically every single time so that when the ball does arrive, the decision is already made. And that system is 3 questions. You ask them before every ball you receive, every single one. Question 1, where is the pressure coming from? Before the ball arrives, where is your nearest opponent? Are they behind you? To your left? Close? Far? If you know the answer before you receive, your first touch automatically moves you away from them. You haven't even thought about it consciously. Your body just does it because you knew. Question 2, where is the space? Every single moment on a football pitch, space exists somewhere. The question is whether you've spotted it yet. Is it in front of you? Wide on the right? In behind their defensive line? If you've already identified it before the ball comes, you're not deciding where to play after you receive. You already know. Question 3, what is my first touch going to do? This is the one most players never think about. They just receive and then figure it out. But your first touch is the most important touch. Not because it has to be perfect, but because it sets up everything that comes after. A first touch towards a space you already spotted is a first touch that's already beaten the press. Without sprinting, without dribbling, just a well-placed touch in the right direction. 3 questions. You're not going to answer all 3 every time, especially at the start. Maybe you get 1, maybe you get half of 1. That's still a player who's thinking before the ball arrives instead of after it. That's still an advantage over almost everyone else on that pitch. Now here's where it gets interesting. Because the scanning habit and the 3 questions, those are about what you do when you have the ball. But there's something even bigger, something that determines whether you're a player who coaches want on the pitch for the full 90 minutes or someone who's only useful when the ball is at their feet. What you do when you don't have the ball? Think about this. In a full 90-minute match, you probably have the ball for somewhere between 2 and 4 minutes. That means for 86 minutes, your job is something else entirely. Moving, positioning, creating space for teammates, making runs that might not result in you receiving anything, supporting angles, staying switched on even when you're completely irrelevant to where the ball is right now. The players who do that well are the ones coaches trust, the ones who stay on the pitch. There's a concept I call the support angle, and once you see it, you'll notice it everywhere. When a teammate has the ball, where do you position yourself? Most young players do one of 2 things. They either stand directly behind them, which is blocked by their own body, or they run level with them, which is easy to defend and sometimes offside. The support angle is neither of those. It's slightly behind and to the side, a 45-degree angle. That position gives your teammate a safe, easy pass. It gives you a first touch that opens the game up rather than closing it down. And it's almost impossible to take away from you without the defender completely giving up their marking position. 2 steps. That's often all it takes. 2 steps in the right direction, and you go from invisible to the obvious pass. I could keep going. I genuinely could, because this is just the beginning. There's a whole layer underneath this around how space actually works on a football pitch, where it comes from, how defenders create it without meaning to, how you can generate space for a teammate by deliberately moving away from it. There's everything around decision-making when it's not obvious. When do you play the safe pass? When do you break the line? How do you read a defender in a 1-versus-1 situation before they've even committed? There's transitions, which is honestly where I think most young players leave the most on the pitch. The 3 seconds immediately after your team wins or loses the ball. That moment, right there, that's where games are decided more than anywhere else. And most players don't even know they should be thinking about it. There's the mental side of match day, how to prepare before a game, how to reset after a mistake, how to analyze your own performance after the final whistle in a way that actually makes you better rather than just making you feel bad. All of it is in the full course. The link is in the description. But here's the thing I want you to know. Week 1 of the course is completely free. 7 full days of lessons, the scanning habit, the 3 questions, understanding space, positioning without the ball, a full film study session where I walk you through exactly how to watch professional football so that you start seeing decisions instead of just goals, and a week 1 review where you can actually measure how your thinking has already changed after just 7 days. All of it free inside the Apex Footballers Discord community, which is also in the description. Come in, go through the first week, do the homework, take it into your next 2 or 3 training sessions and your next match, and then tell me, honestly, whether you feel different on that pitch. I already know what you're going to say, because I've seen it happen with player after player after player. You're going to say it felt like the game slowed down, like you suddenly had more time, like you knew where you were going before the ball arrived. That's not luck. That's not talent. That's not something a few special players were born with and everyone else has to watch from the outside. That's a skill, and you just started building it. Link is below. Week 1 is waiting for you. I'll see you inside.